James Byron Dean, February 8, 1931 to September 30, 1955, was an American actor whose fame has grown to near mythic status. Though his career was tragically brief, he remains an iconic figure in popular culture, known for his brooding persona and embodiment of youthful rebellion. His untimely death in a car crash at age 24 only heightened his legendary status. James Dean was born in Marion, Indiana, and grew up on a farm in Fairmount, Indiana. After his mother died of cancer when he was 9, Dean moved in with his aunt and uncle. Dean attended high school in Fairmount and later moved to California to live with his father. He briefly studied at Santa Monica College before transferring to UCLA, where he majored in drama. His love for acting quickly became apparent. Dean moved to New York in 1951 to pursue acting seriously. He trained under famed acting coach Lee Strasberg at the Actors Studio, a method acting school, where he refined his craft. Despite a brief career, James Dean left an indelible mark on Hollywood with just 3 major films, all of which became classics. His performances captured a raw intensity and a vulnerability that resonated with audiences, particularly young people. East of Eden 1955. Director, Elia Kazan. Overview, based on John Steinbeck's novel, East of Eden tells the story of a troubled young man, Gal, who struggles with his strange relationship with his father and the discovery of a family secret. Dean's portrayal of Cal was emotionally powerful and earned him his first Academy Award nomination for Best Actor. Significance: this was Dean's first major film role, and it was the only one released during his lifetime. He became an overnight sensation, with his brooding performance gaining widespread acclaim. Rebel Without a Cause 1955. Director, Nicholas Ray. Overview: Rebel Without a Cause was the film that solidified Dean's image as a symbol of teenage angst and disillusionment. Jim Stark is a troubled youth who, after moving to a new town, struggles with identity, parental expectations, and fitting in. His iconic line, "You're tearing me apart," became a cultural reference for frustrated youth. Significance: this is the film for which Dean is most remembered. Released just after his death, his performance immortalized him as a cinematic icon of youthful rebellion and alienation. His red jacket, tight jeans, and brooding presence are still synonymous with the rebellious teenager archetype. Giant 1956. Director, George Stevens. Overview: Giant is a sprawling epic about Texas ranchers and the rise of oil wealth. Dean played Jet Rink, a poor ranch hand who eventually becomes a wealthy oil tycoon. The character's transformation over the course of the film allowed Dean to showcase a wide range of emotions and acting skills. Significance: released posthumously, Giant earned Dean his second Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, making him the only actor to have received 2 posthumous nominations. His performance as the complex, ambitious, and ultimately tragic Jet Rink is often seen as his most mature work. Dean was passionate about car racing, and in fact, he was heading to a race in his Porsche 550 Spider, nicknamed Little Bastard, when he was killed in a car accident. Much of his personal life remained private or speculative due to his brief life. He was romantically linked with actress Pierangeli, though their relationship was cut short by her marriage to another man. James Dean died in a car accident at the age of 24 while driving his Porsche 550 Spider near Chelan, California. A collision with another vehicle ended his life instantly, shocking the world and leaving behind a legacy of what might have been. His death became the subject of media frenzy and speculation, with many believing it added to his legend. Dean's love for speed, combined with his untimely death, made him a symbol of youthful recklessness and vulnerability. James Dean became an enduring icon after his death, representing the archetypal rebellious youth. His appeal has transcended generations, and his films continue to attract audiences. Dean was the first actor to receive 2 posthumous Academy Award nominations for East of Eden and Giant. His portrayal of misunderstood and conflicted young men, especially in Rebel Without a Cause, cemented his status as a cultural symbol of teenage rebellion, one that continues to influence characters in films and television today. Before his breakout roles, Dean made appearances in television shows and smaller movie roles. His early TV work includes appearances on anthology series like General Electric Theater and Studio One. Though his career lasted only a few years, James Dean's impact on cinema and popular culture has endured for decades. His image is ubiquitous in posters, books, and documentaries that reflect on the meaning of stardom, rebellion, and the American dream.